Alright guys, Simon here, and we're playing Socrates Jones, Pro-Philosopher, a philosophy lesson pretending to be a game. Alright, so chapter 1, Through the Looking Glass. In the introduction, we went through a tutorial thing with a deer repellent salesman. Now we're going to start talking to some real philosophers. Not really. We're going to start looking at real philosophy from historical philosophers. Hey look, a new arrival. Do you think he's okay? No, we're not okay. Of course he's not okay, Rousseau. If he wouldn't be here if he was okay. Well, maybe he's okay in the spiritual sense. My head. I don't think it was possible to feel this much pain. Hold on, he's coming too. Who are these guys? Why does he have a thing on his head like that? Hey buddy, what's your name? Socrates. Who names their child Socrates? That's so bad. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. It's Socrates. Did he say Socrates? Oh my god! Oh my god! He's back! Did he just punch someone? Socrates is back! Quick, let's take him to the arbiter. Hold on, what? I think people just got run over by something. What? What? What's going on here? Where have you taken me? Greetings, great thinker Socrates. He's got a skull on his face. He's got a key on his chest. Pretty awesome robe, though. Ah, a demon. Please don't eat me. This is not the great thinker Socrates. The great thinker Socrates was much wiser and far more bearded. I've got a thing going on there. This is a little thing. Yeah, I could have told you that. Hurry! Oh, thank God you're okay. Did it hurt you? Hi, Dad. Oh, you're akin to Arian Jones, a sharp thinker. We were just discussing the nature of existence. These people, man. I suppose I should introduce myself. I am the arbiter, overseer of the intelligible realm. The what realm? The intelligible realm, the realm of ideas. Yeah, okay, the realm of ideas. I'm just trying to decide, because I should not get sidetracked, but I will. I mean, the intelligible realm, I guess what it means is stuff that you can understand. And although you see things around you, I mean, one of the questions, one of the philosophical questions is, you experience the world through your senses. You touch things, you see things, you smell things. But those are really just signals in your brain. I mean, those aren't the real thing. Like when you touch a table, I mean, you're pretty sure there's a table there, but your understanding of the table is only through your hand, right, and through your eyes. So your brain does not directly contact the table in any way. So the table is intelligible to you, but it exists only as images and ideas in your mind. Right? I mean, I guess you can kind of move the table around and flip it over if you want to flip a table or something, but still, like, the idea of the table is in your mind. The idea of the table is not the table itself, if that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, let's not get sidetracked too much. The plane from which all thought originates, and the final resting place for those who concern themselves with the art of philosophy. The plane from which all thought originates. I don't think that's very philosophical, but let's just go along with the story. The final... Wait, what? Do not worry, Socrates. Your presence here is entirely a mistake. You are no philosopher after all. Your interesting name must have confused the existential sorting algorithm. I must have a word with Turing. And Ari? Still alive. Her knowledge, I am sure, contributed to this misfiling. Oh, thank God. I don't know why he talks about God like that. I don't think they're actually religious. Or maybe they are religious. Okay, not that I'm not enjoying this peek behind the mortal curtain, but what does that mean for us? Well, Arya Jones, I suppose it means you can leave. Where did that come from? It wasn't there a moment ago. Magic doors, man. Right now, in the real world, you are unconscious. Comatose may be more appropriate. But the moment you step through the gate, you will wake up in your hospital bed in New York in a large amount of pain, but alive. It's going to be painful? It would be, yes, but you have no need to worry now, Socrates. There is no pain in your future. Oh, I got out of the crash uninjured? Not exactly. Huh. You don't mean... I apologize for the confusion. I said Socrates was not a philosopher. I never meant to imply he was not dead. When you leave, we'll get him filed away to the appropriate afterlife, one involving a lot of numbers, I suppose. So I'm an accountant, if you remember. ... Is this a joke to you, Arbiter? No, it is simply the way of the world. You have a life, he does not. There's no way he can possibly leave. But you can't just... He's my dad. I am your dad. Ari, stop, please. There needs to be sad music right here, I think. Oh wait, is that sad music? Let me just check. There's no sad music. Anyway, never mind, let's turn it back off. But, look, as much as I hate it, I'm not sure we can talk our way out of this one. So for now, just listen, okay? This might be the last time we get to speak. ... Will you just know I love you and tell your mother I'm sorry for me, please? Remember to do your homework. Wait. Arbiter, can I talk to you for a moment? Oh, of course. What? Ari, I was... Hold that thought, Dad, I'll be right back. I was saying my goodbyes. Get sad, bro. ... This is kinda killing my moment. It is killing your moment, bro. Well, Socrates, I must amend my initial statements. There is, in actuality, one way out. There is? Yes, an ancient wager set down by the original arbiter and reserved for the best of thinkers. After talking with your daughter, I have decided to offer you a chance at this challenge. If you can provide an answer to one of the great philosophical questions, the nature of morality, one request will be granted. An answer to the nature of morality. Yes, a way to think about morality that is internally consistent and compatible with the realities of the world. Oh, okay. Notice that, though. Notice that, like... A way to think about morality that is internally consistent, so it doesn't contradict itself, and compatible with the realities of the world, so it is compatible with what we understand in the world. Not necessarily that it's true, although, you know, the question of truth is also a philosophical problem, but merely one that is consistent internally, that does not contradict itself, and that is consistent with the realities of the world as we know them. Of course, I mean, you know, the human mind cannot grasp, you know, all that much, to be honest. Like, you know, our minds are kind of quite limited. And so, you know, compatible with the realities of the world, you know, a lot of older ideas were compatible with what people knew about the world at the time. I mean, people used to think, you know, the earth is flat. And there was no reason to think otherwise, because one, it seemed to be flat, and two, nobody ever went around the world before. I mean, nobody went to the edge before neither, so I guess they just didn't know. But, you know, the idea that the earth was flat at that time was compatible with what they understand the world to be. I mean, it was only later on when people started traveling further and further and further, and eventually they, you know, went all the way around the world. Then they realized that the earth was spherical, right? It's not flat. And then they had to, you know, adjust their understanding. But actually, they figured it out. It's a sphere a lot longer than that, a lot earlier than that. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, if you believe that the Earth is flat, and it doesn't actually cause you any problems, it doesn't actually, you know, contradict anything you see or know or understand, then it's good enough in a way, right? It's not true, but it's internally consistent and it's compatible with the realities of the world as you know them. So, even if you have an answer, if you even have an idea that is consistent and compatible with the realities of the world as you understand them today, it doesn't necessarily mean that they will stand up to the test of time, because as you kind of discover more things in the future, you might come back and realize that it is no longer compatible with the new realities that you've just found out, in the future, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's keep going. However, in this game you are only allotted one chance, and if I find your answer uninsightful, I'm stuck here. Correct. All parties involved must remain here for eternity. But if he is able to find the nature of morality... I see, that's the thing, like, Ari said that wrong. We're not looking for the nature of morality. We are looking for a philosophy about morality that is internally consistent and consistent with the realities of the world as we understand them. Not necessarily the true nature of morality, just good enough, based on our current understanding. Anyway, we can, if we find that, we can both walk through that door. Correct. Okay, Ari, fess up. What on earth did you do? Not much. I just told him that you're actually a brilliant debater, is all. What, are you crazy? I'm an accountant. I can't. Ari, I appreciate the sentiment, but we both know I don't know anything about philosophy. Look, it's not like you're gonna be alone. I'm gonna stay, and there are people here who know even more than I do. Just give it a shot, please. The rules really don't stop me from asking others for help. No, they do not. However, you will have to use your own judgment to determine whether the ideas that others provide meet the criteria I have established. Internally consistent and reflect the nature of reality or something. I forgot the wording already. I know I'm going to regret this. Very well then, Arbiter, I accept your wager. So be it, and the door closes. The door will reopen when you have completed your task. I wish you luck. ... Well, I suppose I should get started. Can anyone here help me find the nature of morality? What is that? Sounds like an earthquake. Really? I thought it was more like a football game. Now you've done it. Oh! Did someone just say the moon? Arbiter, do something! What, is he not getting help? You call this help, they're gonna tear him apart. Very well, if you insist. Silence! So this place is full of philosophers, so everybody wants to tell me about the nature of morality. One of you will come forward at a time and no more. Now, which of you thinks they can help this accountant answer his question? I believe I can. Euthyphro? Euthyphro? You know what? I'm just going to go into Wikipedia or something. Euthyphro. I hope nothing embarrassing comes out of these suggestions. Euthyphro. How do you pronounce that? Wikipedia. I don't know what that says. Long U as in cute. U. Primary stress. Okay. U. C. Bid. Euthyphro. Euthyphro. That's such an awkward name. Euthyphro. That's not an F, or that is an S. Euthyphro. Euthyphro. Oh, find. Short bid. fine. Oh, F, right. Euthyphro. I believe I can. Of course, Euthyphro of Athens. How do you fare? Quite well, noble arbiter. Who is this guy? Euthyphro was a prominent religious scholar and priest back in ancient Greece. He famously debated your namesake many millennia ago. Indeed, my pious ways were known and respected throughout the land. As a sophist, it was my job to educate those who were ignorant, such as yourself. We can actually look up sophists as well. I don't know if you're interested in all this stuff. A specific kind of teacher in both ancient Greece and the Roman Empire. Many sophists specialized in using the tools of philosophy and rhetoric. There were other sophists who taught subjects such as music, athletics, and mathematics. In general, they claim to teach arete. I don't know what that's, how to pronounce that. Excellence of virtue applied to various subject areas, predominantly to young statesmen and nobility. So they use both philosophy and rhetoric. So philosophy is logic. Rhetoric is basically just, showmanship and being a good speaker, not necessarily logical. My job to educate those who are ignorant such as yourself. I see. Wait a minute. Listen, my child, and I shall share my insight with you. Present. My religious studies have given me insight into the nature of right and wrong. And remember, he is from Athens, so this is ancient Greece. So, I don't know if you're familiar with the Greek gods, but there are multiple gods, and each god, was in charge of a certain realm, so there's, wait a minute. Jupiter is the Roman one. Who's the Greek one? I forgot. But it's Hades. Hades is hell. Ares? Or is it Mars? No, Mars is Roman. Ares is Greek. But the Roman pantheon and the Greek pantheon were kind of similar, just different names. So, yeah, so there's multiple gods. Just keep that in mind. And they kind of have different personalities, as it were. My religious studies have given me insight into the nature of right and wrong. Human beings are fallible and vain. They make mistakes. Our God, however, is a superior being. Everyone possesses wisdom far beyond our own. Thus, whatever our God commands must be good. And there you have it, the source of morality. Mankind is flawed, added to his idea slate. Oh. Morality comes from the gods, added to the idea slate. ... Is there a problem, child? Well, I'm not exactly religious, but you keep using the word God. You say, oh my God, and thank God. But he's an atheist, apparently. I see. Poor unfortunate soul, having strayed so far from the light. If you allow your mind to remain clouded, you will never win your way out of here. Clouded, huh? Ari? Listen, Dad. Euthyphro's argument benefits from its simple nature, but I can't help but feel he's making it seem more simple than it actually is. Okay, so what can I do? Sometimes by examining an argument closely, you can find assumptions that were previously unstated. I bet you could find something here like that. More information is always useful, and I can help you get to the bigger issues. Well, Socrates, is this the answer you ask? I don't think I'm ready to bet my life on the gods just yet, Arbiter. Euthyphro, I think I need to ask you a few questions. Oh wait, the first syllable is the stress. Euthyphro. Euthyphro. I don't know. Alright, Dad, good luck. Arguments! My religious studies have given me insight into the nature of right and wrong. Alright. I asked for clarification. What do you mean by that? What exactly are you confused about, Socrates? Everything. I am confused about everything, Arbiter. I understand your mind is clouded, child, but I believe that statement is clear. My studies of religious texts have given me insights beyond your own. Yeah, but who wrote those texts? And what insights did it give you? I don't know, like, I can ask so many more questions, but never mind, let's just play the game. Question relevance. How is that related to your argument? Let's say I was not a priest. Let's say I was an accountant like yourself. I would have little foundation upon which to discuss morality. But why would a priest have any more foundation? Credibility is essential, child. You should learn this. Hey, I'm perfectly credible. In fact, I'm incredible. Alright. Human beings are fallible and vain. They make mistakes. Ask for clarification. What do you mean by that? Human beings are prone to error. Right? They often make incorrect judgments as to what is right and wrong. Is that clear now, my child? Yes. Mistakes. But I mean, even the idea of a mistake is... I mean, what is a mistake? Like, by what do you judge a mistake? You know, if you're judging something is a mistake, you already have preconceptions about right and wrong, don't you? I mean, does a rock make mistakes? The rock just sits there on the ground. Is it making a mistake? No, it doesn't do anything. And it doesn't have any objectives, so therefore it cannot be right or wrong. The rock is just the rock, right? Like, can a tree make a mistake? Like, people can make mistakes. I guess animals can they make mistakes? Like, doesn't a mistake require intent and also expectation, and then not meeting that expectation? Then you say that's a mistake. So human beings are fallible and vain. They make mistakes. I don't know. There's a lot more to this. If you want to question every single statement, you can, think a lot deeper than what the game... But let's just play the game. I keep saying that. I keep saying let's just play the game, but I'm going to keep doing that for the rest of the series, I think. Question relevance. How is this related to your conclusion? The fact that human beings are vain shows that they are not as reliable as the gods. But what are gods?